Hello everybody, welcome to Learn with Lonas and myself Sumit Lona. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to download TDS consolidated file. First of all, one should understand what is TDS consolidated file. Whenever we file our TDS statement or TDS return in the form 24Q, 26Q, then if there is any error, then a default is generated and you can see in the justification report what are the mistakes which you have done while filing your TDS return. After knowing what are the different mistakes you have committed, you need to file correction statement through the TDS uh, utility, which is available at NSDL website. So for filing correction statement, you need to have the consolidated file. That means a file which contains the statement which you have filed earlier. Okay, and then one need that file. That file is to be downloaded from the Traces website. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to download that particular file. Here we are on the website of tdscpc.gov.in. Here one need to enter into this website through its credentials. Here we are. One need to put your user ID and then password and then PAN number, public PAN number, and a verification code. In my case it's CAMP, and then click on login. Once you click on login, the website will take you to this new window in which there are some options like challan status, request for justification report download, request for console file, that is consolidated file, download form 16, requested downloads, inbox, waiting for submit. In this tutorial, we will cover how to request for consolidated file. Click on that. Once you will click over here, it will ask for the financial year for which you need to download consolidated file. That is 12, 13, 13, 14, or whatever the case may be. Quarter, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter. And form type, that is 26Q. It is applicable for months salary tax deductions, and 24Q, which is applicable for salary deduction. So here we are. I need to download for financial 13, 14, Q1, form type 26Q, and then click on go. Here we are on the most important part of this tutorial, which is basically people are facing problems while filling this particular page, particular columns. You can see over here it's asking for authentication code. We don't have authentication code now, we have to generate it. For that you need to fill in these columns. That means form type 26Q. For that particular form we need to have our console file and financial year, that 2013-14 and quarter 1, and the token number of provisional SIC number, that is PRN. We need to fill in that particular number over here. Whenever we submit our ETDS return to NSDL, then when provisional receipt number or token number is being generated, that is numerical number, which you need to put that particular number over here. After that, it is asking for part 1 and part 2, that is challan identification number, transfer also details as quoted in the above statement. You need to mention a particular challan which you have filed while you are filing your original ETDS return. You need to put that particular, for one challan you need to mention all the 4 entries like PSR code of that particular challan, date on which that tax has been deposited under that particular challan serial number. It is basically a 5-digit serial number like 00053. This is basically kind of number provided by the paying bank, and challan amount. Please note that whenever you fill in amount in these boxes, you need to fill in 2 decimal places like 1987.00. Okay, that is clear all for now. Now come to part 2. Enter unique PAN amount combination for challan transfer voucher entered. Okay, whatever challan you have put here, you need to mention 3 PAN numbers that should be unique PAN, and the amount deposited against that particular challan. So you have to key in those three particular PAN numbers and the amount deposited against that particular PAN. But all the three entries should be in corresponding with the challan which you have mentioned above. Okay. Now let's see what this is saying. Please enter three distinct PAN amount combinations corresponding to the challan details mentioned above. If there are less than 3 PANs corresponding to the specified challan, mention all available 1 or 2 PAN amount combinations. If you have one challan for in one that particular challan, if you have only 2 PAN numbers that are unique, then you have only option. You need to mention only 2 PAN numbers and their amounts. Okay. And one more important thing, this checkbox is to be selected if, please select if there are no valid PAN deductee rows corresponding to challan transfer. Also mentioned above, for this particular challan, if there are no valid PAN deductees, then you need to select this one. For example, you have paid the amount to challan, you have mentioned in that particular challan in your ETDS statement while filing your original ETDS statement, but you have adjusted a wrong PAN number. The deducting was that PAN number was not valid. Okay, and then in that case you have to select this checkbox. Here we go. I will mention my token number over here and BSI code here, date is here, challan number here, amount here, and corresponding PAN number, 3 PAN numbers, the amount I have mentioned over here. Now, once you will click here on the submit button, it will generate authentication code. It can be used for that particular day for all these purposes: for download intimation, request for traces, offering correction file, request for console file, view default summary, file correction. All these things you have this one authentication code which is valid for that particular day on which you have generated that. For example, I have generated this on 15th of November at 11:38 a.m. It means that this particular authentication code can be used for all these purposes for that particular day. So proceed with the transaction, click on that. Now let's download request confirmation. Request for SDL consolidated file has been submitted. Request number is this much, this one, and the file will be available in download section. Please note, once you will submit this request after 1 hour or so, or after sometimes it may take about 2 hours. 2 hours after, you can once again log in your traces account and click on request downloads. As you make that, it will show over here. This request number is showing here and showing the status as available. Earlier it was showing as submitted, now it's showing is available. And go to HTTP download and click on that. Once you will click on that, zip file will be downloaded in your system. That has to be a password protected file which you have to open through this password system. Like, first you have to mention TAN in your TAN number in caps lock, with your caps lock on, that means in capital letters, and then underscore and then the request number. For example, in my case, my PAN number is ABCD12345E, then underscore, then the request number. This is my request number 6106844 6106844. Once I will put that, my file will get open and my file will be available for me for filing ETDS correction statement and making other things required for my ETDS correction statement. So I think this concept is clear for downloading consolidated file from Traces website. If you like this tutorial, then just come on and like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/learnwithlodas. You can subscribe us on YouTube at youtube.com/learnwithlodas. You can follow us on Twitter as well. Thank you very much. Keep watching this channel for more of this kind of tutorials. Thank you very much.